Morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and we are up today with more from KSCRAFT. And today we're going to do the kitty cat bow, the Halloween one. Now this comes in either a set of two or you have to buy them separately, I'm not sure, but I'm doing the large one and it also comes with a small one. And I've still got my batty sequins on my desk, so I'm going to use those as well. Right, so I've done some die cutting so that we can be super quick, and let's glue the kitty cat first. Right, I've got all my bits on top where they should be. So I've cut my cat in purple, I've done the whiskers and the eyes in cream, I've done the nose in pink and the ear sections in pink, and then the pupils for the eyes I've done in a limey slimy green. And then my bow, the back section of my bow, I've cut in black. And then I've done a lime green large piece. This is the bit that goes on next. And then the layering piece that goes on after that, I had some of that paper left, so I used that. And then I've got a little scrap, yeah, of black to hold that bow together. And that sits on top of your cat. But first of all, let's do this, right? So I've got my pickup tool, and I hope that my glue ball's working. I've got my ear bits, I've got those, and I've got my nose. So what I'm going to do first, I'll start at the top. I'll do the ears first. So I just need a little blob of glue just to hold the ears in place. So I'm using my pickup tool and making sure that it's the right one, and I believe that that is. It should fit just right inside of your little embossed area. So you can wiggle it around with your hands if you think you haven't got it on straight, but I think that's pretty much it. So I'm giving mine a squish. The next thing is the eyes. Now if you look at the embossed section of the eyes, you can see that it's telling you where the pupils need to go. I don't know if it's the pupils or the cornea, one or the other, but it's telling you where they should go, and I'm putting glue all over it already. But I'm going to put mine in a different place because I want my Halloween cat to look a little bit forlorn. Yeah, so I'll show you where to stick them to achieve that. So we're going to pop these, and once again go within your embossed section because it's there to guide you. And you can see that I'm way out there, so I'm just going to slide that up and along using my fingernail, and then just give them a press. Now the forlorn expression that I'm looking for means putting the pupils or the corneas right up at the top and slightly off to the edge, so that, you know, my cat's going to look not so amused. So I'm thinking there and there, and you'll see what I mean when I do it. I'm going to pop that one hopefully right up at the edge. I hope I've got those on straight. If not, I can wiggle them about. I'm going to press those and move that one slightly. So there, you can see it's kind of I am not amused look. But if you put them in the centre, you know, you can still do that. But I just wanted that. Right, the next thing to stick on is the whiskers, and they come in one piece. And I've got no fingernails, so you just need to pop a little bit of glue into there. And I'm sure you could have your whiskers faced up if you wanted to, and then depending on the kind of expression that you want, you know, just decide where you're going. I'm going to go there, and then I'm looking at the balance of my whiskers and putting that up there just slightly. And then just another little dot of glue right there, and we can pop the nose on. Really quick and simple. So that's our little kitty cat. I'm going to take the glue off him Let's have a close-up. So he's got that really sweet I am not amused expression. So that's your purples, your pinks, your cream and your lime green. So the next thing we need to do is the bow. And I'm hoping I'm not all blurred. Just go up there and then come down, hopefully. Yeah. And this is your back section. So before you start gluing these down, you need to curve them. And I've got my pickup tool already in my hand, so I'm just going to roll the cardstock. And then when I've done that, I'm going to turn that over and I'm just going to run my glue along this little straight piece here. And then I'm going to bring my two curved sections over, line them up in the middle and give them a squish. Now, it might take a little while to glue for me. So what I'll do is I'll just go away for a second. Right, well that one's almost dry and now I've got my topped patterned one, so I'm going to do exactly the same thing again and just do this. If you haven't got a pickup tool, use your poke tool or a pencil or anything that's round, just so that you're getting some curvature on your paper, because otherwise you end up with just a crease if you don't curl it and it's not as pretty. So once again, exactly the same thing. Glue just along that little straight piece and then bring your edges over, making sure that they line up in the middle, and then hold it. And I'll be back in a second. Okay, and while those are just sort of finishing off drying because of my humidity, I'm going to put one of those batty sequins that I love on top of my cat's head as a kind of bow. And I'm going to have it up there because I just love them. I think they're really silly. And I love the colour. So one of the things that I want to do with this one is I want to crease the wings up on it. So all you've got to do is just grab it by the body and give it a pinch, and now we've got wings in the air, or wings where we want to place them, and then just a little bit of glue here on that body, and then that can be drying while we put the bow together. So only a tiny bit, and that's all that's needed. And that's where I'm going. And I think that back kind of suits its not amused expression. And if my camera's playing up, once again, I'm sorry. So there we have that. Right, so let's put our bow together, because this should be dry now. Now into the centre, first of all, you're going to put your largest piece. So a little bit of glue there. And then we're just going to line it up. And then on this one, on the reverse, I think that's the back of it. A little bit of glue and straight down into the centre of that one. Now I might have to pause for a second because this is a glossy cardstock, so it's going to take a little while to dry. I'll be back in a minute. Right, so that's almost dry and you can see how that is. So it's gone onto your backer piece, which was just cut in black. And then you've got your little strip that will hold it all together. Now what I like to do is I like to put glue in the centre here. Now sometimes people will do these and then they'll just cut off the excess because you're not really going to see it anyway. But what I like to do is go like this, have just enough to tuck under, and then come around the top and then go over again, so that you're quite literally wrapping it. Now I'm pinching that just to hold that first bit of glue in place, And then I'm looking at my excess. I'm reaching for my scissors and I'm going to cut my excess off right there. So that was probably 1/4 of an inch that I've just removed. And then that will just wrap around there and glue. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put me glue onto that bit. I'm just going to hold that and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what the finished bow looks like, and that can be used all on its own, but it's meant to go with the Halloween cat, so that's where we're going to pop it, and it's going to go here. And once again, you know, as a temporary little ornament in a little girl's hair on a ponytail or what have you for Halloween, it's just going to look really sweet. Now I want to apply my glue here and here. And you can absolutely decide where it is exactly that you want yours. So I'm pushing that glued section down and that glued section down. I'll just hold it for a second and come back. Okay, so that's glued, and I've decided, looking at it, that I feel its neck is a little bit bare, so I'm getting another one of those bats because I like them, and I'm going to use it here like a little necklace. Yeah, so my cat's going to have a little bat necklace as well as its bow. So just a tiny bit once again, and I'm going to pop that, hopefully it's in the middle. That glue does take a while to dry, so I'm going to pop that there. Ooh, I like that. I could even pop a little purple gem in the centre. Hang on, I'm just grabbing my purple gems. Right, so let's glitz up that necklace with a little purple bead. And you can see when you've got stuff like this just how long they last. So what I want is just a single purple one. There we go. Put that green one back in. Tiny dot of glue again. Right there. Ooh, my kitty cat's all ready for the Halloween ball, I think. Just move that slowly across. Now that isn't quite dry. Now the other thing you can do is when you've got your bow on, your tail is tucked under, and I've just tucked mine over, so I quite like it like that. So if you take a look at the bottom, there she is. She looks quite regal, really, doesn't she? She's not amused, bless her. I think I'm going to call this kitty Victoria. Yeah, she is not amused. Right, that is what I have for you today. I do hope you have an absolutely awesome day. And as usual, all links below. Bye.